Welcome
Welcome.
to Shade and the City. I'm your girl Treese.
It's Nels.
And today, y'all, we are here to do our recap of, as you can see, the Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay. Season 9, episode 7. It's a hard launch and a soft landing. All right. So if you haven't already, all of our Shade Squad and all of our new viewers, because we're continuing to grow and glow and we appreciate y'all. So yeah, if you haven't already, make sure y'all hit that like button for us.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's go ahead and jump into it because as I was telling Nels, I'm starting to get a little irritated with Stacey. And I know that's terrible to say, like irritated, but I'm just mad that she can't realize this man is not into her. But let's get into it and let's get shady. Shout out to Retro for the intro. Never gets old. Y'all know we was hanging out with our TSF crew this weekend and the lovely Really B. So we had a good time. Shout out to them. So yeah, y'all, we start off this episode. Stacey has TJ over to her crash pad. He's complimenting her on how much he likes space, or likes her new space. I'm sorry. Totally messed that up. Well, he does like his space. So anyway, Stacey then comes up with the idea of, painting each other. And so she's like, whoever does the best wins the prize.
Each other. Not no freaky deaky stuff.
Right. Not painting each other. Right. Good for straightening that out. Because he's a good Christian man. Okay. So when she asked him what he wants to win, he says that he wants a day at the track working out. Y'all see Nels' face, right? I don't think I have to say it. So Stacey says she wants to give him a spa day. And I said, Stacey, I think you just want to see him in a robe because that's probably the least clothes you've ever seen him in, aside from that shirt that we seen the other day. So then she's like, basically she has to tell him that she's flirting with him. And then she asked him, like, oh, well, would you like a glass of wine? And we learned TJ does.
Was that flirting? I think she wanted to give him a spa day. Was that flirting?
Yes, because a spa day is very intimate. A spa day, you're in robes, you're, no clothes.
I thought like she wants to send him to the spa.
No, I got the vibes that even if they go to the spa, I think she wants to go with him. I think that she wants to get him down to as least clothes as possible and be able to have some intimacy. In my opinion, y'all drop down in the comments, but
is because I really couldn't tell if that was flirting.
Oh, because outside of my homegirls, I'm not going to the spa with another dude that I'm not like messing with.
Yeah, but saying I want to take you to the spa, I didn't think was flirting.
No, she said she wants to give him a spa day. That was her exact words. I want to give you a spa day. So for all we know, that could be at home. Like she might want to put him in his robe and to give him a pedicure, or shoot, she might take him over there to the gay lord.
He wins. He want to take her to the track. She is not getting him down to his draws at her own house.
Look, I'm just telling you. So basically then we learned that he don't drink, smoke, or sleep with her, as we know. He said he thought, that she was gonna ask him to sleep with her. And she was like, well, could I have asked for that? And he tells her, well, you can ask Santa Claus for a car. That don't mean you're gonna get it. When I tell you, I said, girl,
You're right, you're right, girl. He don't want you, girl. He don't want you. He wants the girl. He don't want you, girl.
So
No.
then he wants to talk about where she is in her mediation process with her husband. Stacey tells him they, need to decide who takes what, and then they can file and she'll officially be divorced. Stacey likes that he's so supportive and can't wait to make her relationship a priority. She also lets him know that she talked about him with the other ladies. And basically they've insinuated that he's playing her. And TJ says that he doesn't really care what they have to say until they meet him. Okay. Because that speaks for itself. And so she lets him know that he'll meet the ladies at Jazzy's event that she plans on throwing for her boyfriend, which we know at the time was playing or had played for the Chiefs. Darius, he's now on the Cowboys, because I saw she had posted something the other day. I think he did propose to her. If I'm not mistaken, I do believe he proposed to her the other day. Or at least they released the pictures or whatever. I saw it come out and she was,
Well, at least that's a more promising relationship.
that definitely is a more promising relationship, even with the confusing timelines. And I mean, at the end of the day, I guess it don't matter now, girl. You a fiance, so whatever he did have with the baby mama, but you still can't be walking around being disrespectful. That's all I'm gonna say. Because the baby mama came out and said something. I don't know if I told you about that.
No, what she said?
No, the baby mama was like, what I'm not going to let you do is come on TV and create this false narrative. She was like, we have a whole family. And then they posted pictures where they have pictures of them together with the two kids and like matching PJs, Christmas pajamas, stuff like that. So she's like, please don't ever try to play me and make it sound like this wasn't a relationship. Yeah. Yeah.
Or at least it wasn't with the second baby. That's what she was making it sound like.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to good old Ashley.
Thank goodness, because I'm done with they making fun of God and not making fun of me. All right. So yes, Giselle and Karen are meeting over at Ashley's house. She let Giselle know that she's doing this detox. I'm here for a good detox, y'all. She said it's olive oil and some lemon drink. I need the recipe, Ashley. Can you, drop it in the comments, DM me something?
Lemon drink. It just made me think there was olive oil and lemon. Like
I'm
lemon.
hoping it's not just that. I wanted to. I don't know. She made it sound like she had to make it. Like it was some extra.
I mean, I'm sure she has to do some stuff to it to make it, good.
That's what I'm saying. I want to know it all. I want to know it all. But yeah, she basically says, it's a healthy drink. She also introduced her mom to it because she's having some heart issues. Apparently, they wanted to get together because they wanted to talk about Karen's court date that she's having in 5 days. Karen said it's been a lot. Okay. Said she's very, very disappointed in Jacqueline and Mia, saying that she came to them to go to for alcohol rehab help, and said that she basically started talking about her OP addiction. Okay.
Right.
And says that it's not speculation because it's on YouTube.
When she said that, and then of course Bravo was gonna pull them good receipts.
Yes, they did. But you know what though? One thing I can say about Mia does lie a lot.
But she'll also stand in her.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. She had no problem saying.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, and we might be skipping ahead, or I might be skipping ahead. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all know I do love the Grand Dame, right? So no tomatoes in the comments, okay? However, I do feel like it was in poor taste because at the end of the day, even if Mia did have an addiction, the difference is she addressed it and went and got help.
And admitted to it.
And what do they say? The first step is admitting. Just saying. If we want to start with, you can't get to the 11th step, Karen, if you ain't start with one.
Well, Karen, okay, according to Giselle, Karen was deflecting. Okay.
I think she was too.
That's exactly what this was.
But in her now I gotta play advocate.
Oh Lord, here she goes.
I gotta play advocate only because
Jesus Christ.
I gotta play advocate only because Karen really is in a situation where she's on national television, she's filming, she has this open case that we know she's trying to get them to throw out evidence and things like the police cam or the body cam or whatever the case may be. So she really is in a spot where
She
if
can't admit to it.
she can because that
I mean,
might
she
be,
kind of did later on in the episode a little bit.
yeah, but that really might mean her freedom. So I know we want to be hard on her, and I get what everybody's saying. I'm not taking anything away, but at this point, us thinking that Karen is going to get up on this camera and incriminate herself, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The ladies can push, pull, do whatever they want. She's not going to do it on camera.
Yeah. Well, Giselle said that, she's stressed out over here. Karen is stressed out, but she does hope things work out in her favor. Karen did admit that she is scared about her upcoming court case and said she hasn't been eating. She's been waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Ashley reminds her that everyone wants the best for her and genuinely cares about her well-being. Giselle said that her and Ashley are there for her. And Karen said, girl, I'm here for you too. How are you doing after Jamal's engagement?
Mm.
Karen, you shady bitch.
I ain't gonna hold you. I said, well.
Once again, Giselle called it. She is deflecting. Okay. But she said, girl, I already knew about it. She was like, I'm doing just fine. I
But
already
I'm
knew
gonna be honest. I'm happy that she said it because was Giselle gonna bring it up? I mean, and maybe she shouldn't. Maybe it doesn't matter.
She's like, Jamal ain't on the show. I'm on the show. I don't give a damn about what my ex is doing. Okay. But she says she's happy for him. And Karen says, girl, I want you to be happy too. Okay. Find you a life partner. Stop dealing with these little youngins, these little boyfriends.
You know, it's funny. I felt like Karen really said that because she wants her. She's like, maybe if you had something to do, you stay out my business.
Child, ain't nobody saying out your business. It's all
Yeah,
over there. Giselle says she ain't looking for no marriage. She looking for somebody she can have fun with and rock on out, get her rocks off.
Get her a little young thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised you ain't sing the song.
What?
Tenderoni.
Oh. Truth the batteroni.
That's literally what I expected you to do.
Oh, you done with her?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So then we see Wendy and the Osefo family go to dinner to celebrate Cameron and Carter's graduation. I thought this was really cute. Wendy asked, and you could definitely tell that those are Wendy's kids because they're very opinionated and they say what they want to say.
They want to eat escargot.
Okay. Well, I ain't even gonna hold you. I thought it was cute because most kids don't eat crab like that, and my son that's my favorite food. So I thought it reminded me of Jalen, and I was like, oh, she got expensive taste.
I'm okay with the crab. I'm gonna look.
No, yeah. I don't see most kids eating snails.
If you try to feed my nephew some snails, we're gonna have.
Nah. I don't. He won't even. Well, no, he actually does like calamari. So he's already done squid.
That look different. It's fried. That's
you funny. So you know what? That's so funny. I bet if I tried to get him to eat it, and it wasn't fried, like if it was just grilled, he wouldn't do it.
Uh-huh.
Well, maybe if it's the rings, maybe. Anyway, so Wendy asked them if they're ready for an all-white party. She's still celebrating her birthday. Eddie mentions that this party has turned into pretty much a second wedding. Wendy's mom asks, "Is this the reason why I didn't get my allowance this month?" So her mother is basically.
Did you see how much she was typing in her phone to send her?
500.
It said 500, but I feel like, and I could be wrong, I feel like they caught it right before another zero. Before she was about to type in another zero, we caught it at 500, but I feel like it might have been 5,000.
I don't know, because you know what? I will say this. When I saw the amount, I said, I don't know. And granted, it's an allowance, but I felt like that was a little low.
So I thought so too. But then when she was like, "Yeah, you're expected to take care of your parents or whatever," you ain't taking care of nobody with $500.
But I also think that. Do you think Mama probably doesn't pay her own rent? Mama doesn't.
I think up that 5,000.
No, see, that's what I'm saying. I think that's what she means by allowance. That's why, because I thought it was low, but then I thought about it and I said, well, 9 out of 10, because she doesn't live with them, her and Eddie are probably paying her rent, her bills, electricity, wherever they got her put up, so she ain't got to live with them.
500 just her spending money.
It's just here for you to have.
Child. What I got to do to get an African child?
Girl, I don't know. And Eddie is handsome, girl. I don't know. Cause anyway, so then Wendy, as we saw, she sends her the allowance. And basically, it's like as Neil said, it's basically an expectation that they raise you so you can take care of them when you get older. And so Wendy reminds her mother that Eddie's side of the family was invited to the party. And she's a little bummed because they also invited his siblings, as well as the parents, but the siblings don't trust anybody with their kids except the parents. And so it's either or. And then I don't think I ever knew that Wendy's mom's name was Susan, but anyway. And Susan says that she doesn't trust those people. She says it's the United States of America and they need to find a babysitter for 4 hours. And I said, well, damn. Now I will say, even though I thought this is a cute and a funny scene, I will say that, and maybe I'm the only one that felt this way. I thought it was in poor taste. And I know Wendy can't control what her mother says. And I know that she doesn't really have a liking for Eddie's family. But I thought it was messed up for her to say some of the things she said in front of those kids, especially because they clearly don't have any like, because I feel like you're one side of the family is poisoning you and you've never met this side of the family. So when you do meet them and finally get a chance to officially be introduced, then I can only imagine they're pretty smart kids. They might feel away. What?
I agree that she shouldn't have said the things that she said in front of the kids, but the only thing I didn't agree with is when they meet them.
Well,
I think it's a if they meet them. I mean, they're like you said, they're smart kids. I think they can draw their own conclusions. There's a reason that they haven't met us yet.
Well, yeah. So to that point, Wendy talks about how they haven't officially met the kids. They didn't come to the wedding, and they didn't show up when Eddie graduated law school, which is so crazy because that's their child. Um, so Eddie is hopeful that it will be a good time. And I will say this,
I guess
I
Eddie ain't taking care of his family.
right. And I don't know. I honestly had a lot of respect for Eddie after the scene. I mean, I always have, but
Mhm.
because I can only imagine being in a space where you're always around Wendy's family. And your own family is not with you because of the person that you married. Like
Mhm.
that's crazy. So then they make a toast to the graduates, and Wendy tells them that they can do whatever their heart desires. However, they must get at least a master's degree or they won't get access to their trust fund. And I love when the son was like, so it's an option. Like I might say, and then they were like, no, it's not an option.
Her mama said, that's not how you raise kids.
You don't give them options.
She said, no, no,
That's
no,
not how
no,
you
no.
raise kids.
She said,
She said
you
I'm
gonna,
not from that gentle parenting
she
generation.
said, you gonna succeed so that I can succeed, and then you
See,
gonna
and
get
get
my
my
allowance.
allowance. Right.
I said, well, okay.
Look,
Um,
it's a generational thing up in here, okay?
apparently, look, if I was Wendy, I'd have been like, I'm taking care of you, girl. Now they got to take care of me. Not we ain't both taking
Well,
care of you. Um, all right. So then Ashley's mom, she went over to visit Ashley and the boys. Pretty much soon as she hit the door, Ashley tried to give her this health drink because she worried about her mom. She said she wanted her to be
I thought it
healthier.
was apple cider. Well, not apple cider. What's that stuff? But it
Well,
was that.
she originally mentioned the lemon olive oil drink, and her mama was not feeling that. And then I don't know what she gave her.
Yeah, no, I think she gave her what's that? I see people. I don't drink. It's vinegar. Is it
Apple
vinegar?
cider vinegar? You talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
That's supposed to be healthy. I know people drink that. Like,
Uh, uh, it's healthy to a certain extent. I mean,
oh, but no, that's what she gave because I recognized the bottle.
yeah,
That's why. That's why I know that's what she gave her.
it can cause other problems though.
Mm.
So basically, yeah, regardless, she said that she's committed to, getting her mom healthier. Ashley gave her mom the update on her pending divorce. She said that her lawyer let her know what her options are. They have to go to the mediator, and then, they'll have the divorce signing. And basically, that should be done in June. Um, she said, her confidence took a hit when she
Which
first
is
left
crazy
home.
because if you think about it, We just celebrated Wendy's birthday, and that was in May. We already confirmed that was
That's why
May.
she said in a month.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear the month part.
Yeah,
Okay.
she did.
Because
She
I was
said,
like, that's
well,
super fast.
the mom said it. The mom was like, oh, in a month. Um, but
But
yeah,
you
she
know
said
what though?
what?
I still don't think Ashley's divorced.
Apparently, a mediation didn't help. They didn't come to
Okay.
an agreement. That's that's what happened when you got all this money involved. Okay. Um, so she said that her confidence took a hit when she first left Michael, but life has been lifing. Okay. And she said she's been doing it on her own and she's feeling like herself again. Her mom told her she's proud of her and she deserves to move on with somebody that treats her right. And Ashley told her, girl, I feel the same way about you. Okay. After
I thought
now,
this was such a sweet scene.
it was. She was like, now that I'm a single mom, I got so much appreciation for you. And Ashley told her mom that she wants her to be happy as well, and basically told her to drop that zero and get with a hero. Talking about that little bum dude that she got.
And I told Nels before we got up here, I said, any man that I have me living up under a bridge, much less my mama, and basically what Ashley is saying without saying it, I'm willing to take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not willing to take care of this broke man. Basically the same thing Michael was saying.
Let me tell you, ain't no pain that good.
Okay.
Ain't no way.
Well, again, and maybe it's about companionship. All right. So Jazzy,
Get some companions to go shopping with you, boo.
okay. So well, it sounds like she ain't got much money to go shopping. But anyway, so
Ashley says she's gonna take care of her.
Jazzy, we see her host this event for a man. It looks super nice. She's very proud of him, and can't wait to hang with the other ladies and meet their, respective partners. Mia and Ink arrive, and Giselle jokes about how short he is. She said something about he needs to stand on an apple box, or she said
Apple box. Apple
what
box.
Karen said about the apple box is true. Giselle mentioned she heard things were going well between him and Gordon, and Ink says that they just want to make sure the kids' happiness is priority. Kiana walks in and Jazzy says Ink isn't the only short one, okay? Because apparently she thinks Greg is also a little shorty. Then Karen comes in with Vivian. Kiana addresses Mia and says that, her saying that Greg was a drug dealer, that could be, detrimental to him because he's a social worker and he's out here.
I feel like this was unnecessary. I love Kiana, but I feel like this was unnecessary. Girl, everybody knew from that moment at the table. It was made clear that she was not talking about your now.
Right. She was like, I did say ex-boyfriend, but I'm not even gonna hold you. I kind of agree with you on that. Like when I watched it, I was just like, Kiana, I know like you're looking for moments because you're new, but like we've already had this moment and Mia has gotten over it. She walk around slapping you on the ass the rest of the party and you letting her. So let's not. It literally, like, it definitely looked like you were trying to have a moment.
Right.
And it didn't go nowhere. So then basically Mia gives a fake apology. I said fake and half-ass apology. Stacey and TJ walk in. This is when the real, stuff gets here. This is when the real moment is here, okay? And Wendy says that she can tell by looking at TJ that he's not sexually active.
Right. I said, Wendy, that's so
I
foul.
love Wendy. I love Wendy.
She
Eddie
said he
chimes
was giving exactly what I thought he was gonna give.
right.
Not sexually active. She said,
Eddie chimes in and says that, so he's talking to TJ. He's like, well, some people start off as friends and that's important. And TJ is like, yeah, because, after it gets physical, then it gets boring. Then I'm bored.
I bet you are.
And so Ashley,
Because you're on the wrong team, homies, because you're on the wrong team.
so Ashley asked them, what do they do together? And he said, well, we just went to the zoo yesterday. And she believes Stacey needs to run far, far away.
Did you see Stacey's face when he said it though?
No, I didn't. I didn't catch it.
She looked like embarrassed, like shit. Why the hell did he have to say that? Child.
No, Stacey just gonna sit up there and her game show host.
Let me say something. I ain't never
I'm
heard
sorry,
no
not game show, TV. Well, QVC, but she could be a game show host because she literally just sits and smiles through everything.
I never heard no dude say that getting physical is boring. It's giving you're playing for the wrong team. I
Maybe,
guess
maybe he's feel like I've been there, done that, I've had
he
enough,
has. Yep, he's had
and I
enough.
found the Lord, and I found the Lord, and this is
Oh,
where
so you can't live out, so you can't live the way you want to live.
no, because what he say, they laughing at us, but really they laughing at Jesus.
Just live in your truth, sir. Live in your truth.
So
Okay. Live where you won't be bored.
you're so funny. So then Darius and his finally arrives at the event with his teammate Prince. And Jazzy is trying to hook him up with one of her single friends, i.e. Giselle.
First of all, if I was there, I would have had to pull Jazzy to the side because you told a bus full of women that there will be some single eligible,
And there was one person.
one man, one mic. What are we supposed to do?
I'm not, and I'm not, and I'm not gonna
Are we
say
supposed to fight over this? What the best woman win? What is going on? We need options.
So then they asked him,
to your ass no more.
right. So then they asked, how his time was at the White House, and he said, well, pretty much it was better food than the last time they was there. So Mia confronts Karen about coming for her and lets her know that Giselle told her what she said. Now, I was on the fence about this one, but what I could appreciate, the new Giselle said, oh yeah, I said it, but come on, let's have a sidebar. We can put it out. We can put it out. We can have this conversation. I could appreciate that about Giselle. I could.
She's always admitted if she spilled the tea.
Really? I don't think she's always admitted. I feel like sometimes she deflects or she don't, or that's between them type stuff, and she'll just watch it play out and she stirs the pot.
Oh,
so
I don't know if she was down and have a conversation with them both, but she does always admit when she spills the tea.
Right, but then she I feel like she sits, I feel like she normally in the past she would sit back and watch what she's done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Giselle, Karen says that Mia has been coming for her, and Mia says that she hasn't, she never went, and that she never went to rehab, she just overdosed, she had to go to the hospital. Production asked her about the OP situation. Mia says that it was after her son was born and she had a cesarean and she got addicted to the medication she was on. So she turned to chiropractic help to overcome that situation. Giselle calls Karen out for being messy. Mia tells Karen that she isn't coming for her. She actually loves her. And Karen says it's a very strange love. It's a very strange love that you're giving. And Mia tells her she's not that friend to just tell her what she wants to hear. Karen tells her that she hasn't been supportive and she was wrong. And she said, well, you know what? You were wrong, but I admit I was wrong for going lower.
And I'll do it again if I need to.
And I'll do it again if I need to. And then the ladies agree that they're going to start on ground zero. And then they go back and forth about balls.
Yeah, Mia said, I'll go lower. And then she said, Mia told her that she knows all about low balls. My thing is, girl, so do you.
Right.
You was in a relationship with a man with low balls.
And I don't know, it was on my brain and I never said it, but is anybody noticing, not that Karen did a lot with Ray No Way, but in this season in particular, we've seen Ray once this whole season. Because I was surprised that she showed up with Vivian and all the other ladies brought their significant other that had one. And so
when did we see him? When he dropped Karen off at Giselle's house, right?
No, that was a driver. Remember? We only saw him when she was leaving, and I think Giselle, like when Giselle came to get her that first episode, and she said hi to Ray as she was coming in to pick up Karen because she was driving. I think that's the only last time we saw Ray. We
Mm.
haven't seen Ray since episode 1, and we're on episode 7.
I mean,
You,
Ray,
you know what I mean? Even though and the reason why I'm noticing is because, especially when there's like partners involved, and you got Eddie, and like she'll bring him out. No, she's never had to have him, but even just small conversations between them two, we're not even getting those scenes anymore.
you know, that worries me, like about like growing old in a marriage.
Hmm.
Like you've seen Ray already admit that he doesn't know if he's still in love with her.
Didn't I just say companionship?
I don't want like that scares me. I don't want to just be in
No, I
something.
don't want to just be somebody's companion. I want to really like you, like still to the. I mean, I know I might not always love you, but I at least want to be able to like you.
Hmm.
But no, I don't know if anybody else peeped that, but y'all drop in the comments. Let me know what you think.
So 3 days, it's 3 days before her court case. Karen met up with her cousin David. She said, you know, he's very special to her. Um, and you know, it's really important for her to surround herself by family. He said he's concerned about her stress levels, and she goes into, you know, all the trials and tribulations that she's been going through and how she feels like she's had to constantly be strong through all of them. She goes into how, you know, she's never grieved, and she feels like, you know, the night of the accident, it all came to a head. And this is what I was referring to when I said, you know, she spilled a little bit more this time. He
Right.
got emotional, apparently, because he heard the crash. They didn't really say how. I don't know if they
I
were on
think
the
they were
phone.
on the phone. That's what
Okay.
the vibe gives me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't know if he was on the phone or what, but she did embrace him and, you know, told him that things happen for a reason, and you know, she's gonna
And
put
you
her
could tell he was traumatized.
faith in God. Yeah, yeah.
That's what
And,
that's why I feel like he had to be on the phone when he heard it, because that emotion that kicked in,
mhm,
definitely I can only imagine you hearing that while you're on the phone with somebody.
yeah.
Um, all right, y'all. So we see Ink, he's surprising the kids, Gordon and Mia's kids. Well, let me not say that anyway. But the kids, he's surprising them with some sweet treats. Gordon stops by and Mia says things are a little uncomfortable because there's no boundaries. Because it's weird because they acted like they didn't expect him, but then obviously the camera's there. You know he's coming because you're about to record a conversation. So Mia asks if they, can have a conversation with the kids about what's going on between them.
My thing
Gordon
is,
says
he didn't want to film with him. Why did he even come?
maybe just to state that he didn't want to film with him, he refuses.
Okay, I guess.
That's the only thing I can get from it. So Gordon says, like Nell said, that he refuses to film with Ink. He said if they're around the kids, then he'll keep it cordial, but he has no desire to interact with the two of them. And Ink asks Gordon what his issue is and lets him know that, like, yo, we get along. There's no beef. Why are you doing this now? You know what I'm saying? And so Gordon says he's not doing anything to help promote their relationship. He said he's not okay with it. And Mia tries to explain that Ink is a part of their co-parenting situation. So basically, they need to find a way to make this work. Gordon says when he sees Ink, he sees someone who committed adultery and is splitting up his family. All right. And so Gordon brings up that Mia had got a smortion. Y'all know what I'm saying. Um, After they were married. And I don't know if anybody else caught it, but Ink didn't know nothing about that.
Yeah, Ink said this is my first time hearing this.
And I'm not gonna hold you. I would have liked to see that conversation.
Let me tell you something. Mia was trying to get out of
Out
this.
of that.
Out
Right.
of,
I would have
out of
liked
the
to see
stuff,
that
out
conversation.
of that conversation, out of the stuff that Gordon was asking, she was trying to
She
get out
wanted
of
out. So, um, yeah, so Gordon basically says he's done and he leaves, and Mia, says that she had been wanting to leave Gordon for a while, but she stayed with him due to his illness. And said that, she's been doing this for like 11 years, and she says she wants to tell the kids because they think Ink is her best friend. And Ink says that, I can support you, but just like I did right over there, I'm gonna mind my business because you still that man's wife. At the end of the day, y'all still got a family going on.
at the end of
Um,
the day.
and and basically lets her know she needs to make things clear with Gordon. And so Mia says that, I'm just basically concerned about his mental state, whatever mental state he's in, when I do decide to try to be clear and, create clear boundaries. So I understood where she was coming from. However, like I said, I definitely think
And Ink
I
told
would
her
have,
that's not her responsibility.
right. I would have liked to see the conversation between Ink and her about what he heard um in that situation. But that's just my thoughts. But yeah, y'all. So yeah, let us know what you think if you haven't already. Please make sure that y'all go ahead and hit that like button for us.
Make sure you comment
Make sure that you guys are subscribed
and hit the notification bell.
and make sure you're following us on all the platforms. There's been a change. TikTok, IG, I said IG, Facebook, and Blue Sky. We don't do we don't do X over here anymore. We X that out. Okay, we don't do X no more. Okay, so yeah, so y'all make sure y'all follow those on that or those platforms. But if you was looking for us on the X, yeah, it's gone. All right, and so yeah, y'all. We appreciate y'all. We thank you for being here, and hope you have a great, blessed week. And we'll catch you next week for another recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Have a good night.
Good night.